Martina, Nick Kyrgios is back. He's playing the Australian Open for the first time in a couple of years. Gets Jacob Fernley. Played at TCU last year, was one of the top players in collegiate tennis. He's from Great Britain. He's had some good results of late. But obviously all eyes are going to be on Nick in his favorite arena. What do you think happens tonight?
It's going to be tough for Nick. He's such a performer, but he has not played for 2 years. The body has been a bit iffy as well. He's had some nigglies already. Hardly played some matches, so it's going to be a tough one for Nick. I mean, obviously, he's got a much better game, but I just don't know if he can hang in there physically. Not having played for that long, not easy.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, too, a college player with that experience won't be, completely awed by having a partisan crowd going against him. Antics on the other side of the net aren't going to bother a college tennis player. It's all about Nick's wrist, though. I mean, we'll see. We don't know.
Yeah. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
That's an exciting one. John Cain Arena is going to be fired up for Nick Kyrgios. Grigor Dimitrov playing back inside the top 10. Prakash, this is a guy who I think could have been on the best to yet win a major list as well. Plays a former top 10er in Fabio Fognini.
What a phenomenal year he had last year. Kind of re-announced himself back into the top 10. I like him here. He retired last week in the semis of Brisbane, so you got to maybe take a look at his health, but hopefully it was more precautionary. Fabio, on the other hand, who hasn't been playing as much on the main tour, still finding his way. He retired in the qualifying of Adelaide last week, so perhaps a little bit more in question. But if there's something going in Fabio's favor, he did look pretty good on Dancing with the Stars, the Italian version. So if he can have a little bit of that footwork might help, but I like Dimitrov.
All right. Iga Swiatek in action today as well. We've got 10 major champs that are playing today. They've combined for 45 major titles. Iga has 5 of those, John. Takes on Katerina Siniakova, who's a 2-time doubles champion here. But outside of Roland Garros, how much do you believe in Swiatek here?
Yeah, how much does she believe is my real question. I mean, we know what she can do on clay. At the other majors, you've never been to a final. In Australia, she's had a couple of patchy results, including last year. Siniakova, very sort of solid, fair play. Anyone else a little curious that players bid #1 in the world for most of the last 3 years is on the 3rd show court? I don't know. I don't read too much into these court assignments, especially a day like today, but that seemed like a little bit of disrespect, no?
Players can.
Yeah.
Players can.
Martina, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I agree with John about the court assignment. I mean, 4-time major winner. Hello. Well, it'll be interesting to see if we see any difference in her game with the new coach, Wim Fissette, what he brings to the table. I'm not sure because I thought Tomasz Viktorovski was fantastic. But yeah, a bit of a new beginning for Iga as she started the year #1, having been #1 for 2 years in a row. Now she's a bit of an underdog, but still, she won the US Open. So let's not forget, she can play on hard courts. So yeah, I would not underestimate her at all.
5 majors for Iga. We got 1 for Jelena Ostapenko as well, taking on Belinda Bencic.
Never mind.
No, you're good, Marty. Who, by the way, is coming back with her daughter. Bella's in town. She's in Australia. She says the best tennis is ahead of her. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very likely. I mean, she was off tour about 13 months from the end of 23 till October of 24, started playing. She's already won 12 matches, and she's played a whole host of tournaments, some challengers and some higher level tour events. She's still working her way back, but she's at a pretty high level, and it'll be an interesting match tonight. Ostapenko has lost 6 of her last 7 matches. So it's a good opportunity there. She was on my short list of unseeded players to look at also, Bencic. I like her game, and when she's playing well on these quick courts, she redirects the ball. If she can get Ostapenko moving, then Bencic has really got a great chance of winning this match. Can Ostapenko use enough power, but with consistency, to push Bencic back? She's made a lot of unforced errors these last couple of months. Can Ostapenko find that A game? It's tough for anyone to hang with her.
For me, it comes down to confidence, especially at this time. Ostapenko having lost so much, she's a big confidence player. When she's in high confidence, those winners are just flowing off the racket. She's blowing people off the court. But when you're second guessing yourself a little bit, all of a sudden those winners that are 1 foot in the pocket, all of a sudden start spraying outside the doubles alley and so forth. So based on that, Bencic just overall a bit more solid, perhaps not able to hit as big as an Ostapenko. I still back Bencic.